Hello, my name is Lord Zaitan, and this is part 2 of the tutorial. If you have, I have above 3,666 hours in this game. I love it, if you didn't know. But uh, I have heard that new players have trouble with the tutorial, and I'm trying it. So we have come very little in, and this doesn't this doesn't look good. Um, and hadn't I just think I will jump into it. See part one. Uh, yeah. Uh, okay. Learning scenario. Okay. Finally, it goes down here, and you can actually see it has some missing. There's actually quite a lot missing. Okay. These are. Oh, okay. Depending on what you are currently doing, there's several maps mode to suit your needs. The default map mode is a Terrain map mode. That's this one, which we can see now. Yeah. Another helpful map mode is the Independent Realm map mode, showing the borders of the different realms in the world. Feel free to check out the different map modes in the lower the right corner to see what they show. Okay, this one is what they were talking about. I'm just going to pause the game and say got it. Okay, pause the game. Okay, the first one is it's independent map mode. There you can see the different nation, realms, kingdoms, empires very easily. I'm normally using this very much as nearly my default. Diplomatic relations. I'm sure it means something, but I really don't use it that much. Religious, you can see which religion there's around. Catholic, Sunni, Shia, Orthodoxy, which you really can't see that much. There's a small Jew, Tengri, and yeah, you can watch it for yourself. Cultures. You can see the different culture. It's pretty much straight up. Um, uh, Culture impacts your relation with certain people and not if they are of the wrong culture. Economy, you can see how which different areas is. It means not that much uh, in the main game, but if you're able to play um, as someone who can rate this map mode is very useful. Uh, Here you can see the de jure duchies, which is areas which ruler normally the de facto. I think it's going to explain, but the Duke map mode, the kingdom map mode, you can see the different kingdoms which are formed, such as the Danish kingdom up here, and England. But you can also see some kingdoms which ain't created. The Aquitaine in France. I don't think the king of France doesn't have Aquitaine. Sometimes they create it, sometimes they don't. And then you can see the formable empires. I think it's going to explain what de jure is. So I'm not going that much into it yet. Revolt map mode. It's only recently I've used it. You can if there's some place which is often tied with of the wrong culture and the wrong religion. I think you can see this area here, as you can see, is of the wrong religion compared to the own. When it's this striped, it's it's because the land of the realm is of a different religion or culture than the owner of the realm. You can also see this. It's both different religious and culture-wise. You can also see around um, how many places there's of another culture. And that hence there's a you can see over here you can see that the revolt is a plus is a 4, and that's because of raw different culture group and different religious group. Dynasties, you can see, if you remember from before, the king of Castile and the king of Galicia, which is here, is of my is my are my brothers, and you can see what you can see the family tree that the carpet owns France, but you can see even though there's 3 different kingdoms here, it's all owned by the same family. Opinion? I'm sure it shows how the world feels about you. It's yeah, I don't use it that much. Direct vassal. It's very comparable to realms. If you want to see your what vassal, which is around the realms, you can press the direct vassal, and you can see the Duke of Aquitaine owns a lot of land. By the way, if you click on a certain person, you can see their holdings light up. Um, I think it's you can see he's the Kingdom of France, King of France, and you can see it's his holding which is lighting up. You can also, if you hold down Control and click on a realm as France, you can see the vassal map mode of this uh, one count realm. And if you want to say, I want to see the vassal map mode of Aquitaine, of the Duke of Aquitaine, you can click on him, and you can see all the county small counts and stuff. Which, if you just choose this, you can see what Aquitaine owns. It's often very useful if you have an empire and you have some king vassal and you want to know what is underneath them. Trade zones. This is important if you have a Merchant Republic. It's one of the DLCs. There's also sometimes an event in which Pisa can ask if you have this area, ask you if how about declaring war on Genova. They will pay something and you embargo an embargo war. Governance, it fairly straight up shows you which kind of government feudal system is all that we have access to. You can see here the small red one is Merchant Republics. The green one, which covers a lot of areas, is Ikka, which is the Muslim way. Tribal, and if you have horse lord, a lot of this land will be nomad, which you have to use a DLC to use. And there's something here called Imperial, and that is connected to the Byzantine Empire, which have some different mechanics than most of the game, than the rest of us. Defensive packs, that if you have defensive packed on, you can see the coalitions. And epidemic, if there's an epidemic, you can see it. But let's continue. I am, by the way, going to speed up a bit and show. You can see this is not going that fast, but you can speed it up, which made you go in faster. Okay, finally, which I skipped in the last episode. You have a valid heir of your although you have a valid heir of your dynasty, your brother, Having children on your own will ensure there is a next generation of successors. Besides, your brother might die before you do. As soon as you have a son, he will be your new heir. That is not necessarily correct. I'm going to return to that. To produce legitimate children, you need to get married. The arranged marriage view, found by clicking on your project, is a good tool for finding suitable spouses. It's in the button with the two rings. You can also use a character browser in the bottom right corner to screen to find more characters. It's what find characters is this one. Which let's see if we're going to explain that a bit. But we are going to pause and we're going to find a wife. Yeah, sure. We're going to find a wife, and it's these two rings which it wants us to click on. I showed you it before. And you can see this is all the different candidates. All these are not marriage or stuff like that. And if you see this marker, it will likely explain to you before, or you can see in the tooltips that a little the little drop of blood means it's of your dynasty. And I actually explained this as well in the form. Okay, but we have to find a wife. Normally, the Byzantine, it can secure an alliance with the Byzantine, but the Byzantine is a bit too far away to be of interest. And you can see that that I might get an alliance with the Hungarian. And let's see if there's anyone, because I want someone who's close to me, as France might be a great ally in a future war in here. And England as well, but England is at war with William the Conqueror and the King of Norway, Harald Harderode, and William the Bastard. So we are going to ask. Oh yeah, if you right click on somewhere, this will pop up automatically. And if you want to find the top liege of a certain, you can just click on this, and in this case you will return back to you. So I want a strong ally which in a close proximity to me, and I should perhaps choose one who's of my age, who I can breed, who I can get children with, or get an actual marriage. And they are only eligible for marriage after 15, as in when they are 16 or older. So 16, I will be able to marry you. If you can sort by age, and we are going to scroll down a bit. You can see where the age split is at 50, between 15 and 16. But we are going to show rank now. I can, of course, it's gone now. We to reset. We are going to do this. Did it help anything? Nope, it did not. Okay, great. We are going to find the King of France. We can do it by here, but since we know she is a princess of France, we can go in here and we can find her. And we can say, we can right click on her. I don't think there's actually, no, there's no ring. Huh. But you can arrange her before, and you can say, with me, and then say yes. And now we have speed up the process. We are going to continue on. Yes, learning scenario. When looking at a potential spouse, well, we skipped that one. A few things you should keep in mind. First, your spouse attribute will boost your own. So a skilled spouse is preferable. Second, a marriage are the only way to secure alliances in the game. So try to marry into the close family of a ruler you want to ally. Third, you cannot marry children, but you can betroth them, although they will not yield any attribute abused. Oh my! I already explained. Right now, will be uh, wise to marry a healthy adult woman of childbearing age. Yeah, we skipped that one. Actually, we might not, just for this scenario. Um, this one have been changed out to you can get a non-aggression pack, and then you can get a alliance later. I think we are going to we might not in this because I want to have children. Arrange your marriage? Nee. When you have found a good marriage, that's the way we just did it before. You can open the portrait on the diplomacy menu. Here you may ask the Leech of Glada. Yeah, it's what I just did. And you can see here, um, may you live in that the now I'm betrothal to this one, but I only have 14 years before I die. He dies at 40, so this might not be the best one to actually marry. So I am going to say break before. You can do this. You can't do it if you're already married. But I'm going to break the betrothal. I am going to. Who was the most obvious? Yeah, I am wanting to have Aragon. Let's see. Is this a kingdom? Heir to the kingdom of Aragon, which is this one. Worth nothing. Huh. Okay. We are just going to marry this one. Arrange marriage? Yes, please. This is not normally something I will do. Again, I am going to return likely, hopefully, to this one. Again, let's just see what the tutorial does. I have to say. And we are hereby marriage. And you can choose money, which you remember from before, or prestige. Uh, both prestige actually does something sometimes in this game, but in this case, I rather want money because I can pay my army with that. I'm just going to say yes, and we are hereby married, and I fulfill my ambition from the last one, and now I can choose a new ambition, which is in this case I want to have a son. I want to be able to. Well, yeah, I'm just going to choose. I want to have a son. I don't think it give you. It might give you a fertility bonus. I'm not sure. But let's continue on. Learners and oh yeah, congratulations, Mount. While Alfonso is busy trying to get Raka with chill, you might want to select a new family oriented ambition. I have already done this. Oh. Your realm consists of a number of counties, which we are also. Each county can contain at least one holding castle, city, or temple. By clicking on the county, you can see, among other things, its holding. Its holding held by a personal collective called domain. De Mesne, but it's apparently it's spelled domain. Unfortunately, there's a limit to how many holdings you can control directly. This value is shown in the top bar. It's this one. You can actually see we can add, unlike this game, we can actually add another. But if you go older, there's some. Again, yeah. Okay. The domain limit is the reason you need vassal. You can control more holding than your domain. Did I just say Desma? I mean domain limit. Rather than your domain limit, allow indirect through your indirect control throughout your vassal. Your vassal will give a part of the troops and levies and taxes to you. There's a limit to how many vassals you can see. I can have maximum of 33 vassals, but I only have 4, so it should not be a problem the next couple of years. But only, which is why you mind to have a fewer but more powerful vassal. Vassal can also have vassal, as we talked about before. Vassal of the low count, below count, of the low rank, below count. There's a copper project frame. The barons, which we talked about before, does not count towards your vassal count. Got it. I think we are going to stop on. You need to keep your vassal happy because the opinion of you control how much taxes and levies they will give you. If they dislike you enough, they might even join rebellious faction. It's underneath here and guaranteed is going to explain. It might, which can lead to a civil war. Bishop, priestly vassal, who like a bishop more than you will actually send their taxes to him instead. Opinion are represented by a number ranging from -100 to +100. You can see here it can go to -100 and +100, and you can see exactly how they feel the way they do by hovering over the number. I am going to stop here actually. This is part 2, and you can see further on in part 3. And yeah, see you in part 3.